Formula One has always been about speed, rivalries, and the smallest margin between victory and defeat. Now, Apple is bringing that world to the big screen with F1 the movie. But does this film actually capture the magic of the sport? Or is it just another Hollywood blockbuster using F1 as a backdrop? My name is Sasha, and this is my recap and review of F1 the movie. Sonny Hayes is a former Formula One driver whose promising career was cut short by a devastating crash. Years later, he's a racer for hire, competing in events around the world and building a reputation for winning. After winning the Daytona 500, Sonny is approached by his former teammate Ruben Cervantes, now the owner of the struggling Apex GP Formula One team, with the board preparing to force a sale if the team doesn't win a race by the end of the season. Ruben asks Sonny to race the second half of the season and somehow deliver the team's first ever Grand Prix victory. Following a test drive, Sonny believes the car has potential and joins Apex alongside rookie Joshua Pierce. From his very first race back, he realized the car simply isn't competitive enough, so he relies on unconventional tactics to create opportunities. Those aggressive strategies quickly creates friction within the team, and after contact between the two teammates, both are forced to retire from the race. Convinced the car needs better performance in traffic, Sonny pushes technical director Kate McKenna for aerodynamic upgrades. She refuses until he proves he can finish a race. During the next race, Sonny deliberately creates chaos by bringing out multiple safety cars. While his own race is ruined, the strategy allows Joshua to score the team's first championship points, earning Sonny the upgrades he wanted. The following race, Sonny sacrificed his own result to put Joshua in position for victory. But when it starts raining, Joshua ignores his teammates' advice, attempts an overtake, and suffers a terrifying crash that sidelines him for several races. With the upgraded car, Apex becomes genuinely competitive and the team gets improving results. However, Joshua's return only reignites the rivalry between the two drivers, and another collision leaves both out of the race. Ahead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, Kate convinces Sonny and Joshua to settle their differences over drinks and a poker game, with the winner earning the lead driver status for the race. Although Sonny could have won, he lets Joshua take the honor. Just before the race, the FIA questions the legality of Apex's new aerodynamic package, forcing the team to remove the upgrade. As the race starts, Sonny climbs into the car without his lucky playing card and starts racing angry. The result is a violent crash that lands him in the hospital. Ruben realizes that his friends shouldn't be driving with his medical file and takes Sonny off the team, not wanting to risk his friend's life. As for what happened next, I'll leave the final act for you to experience yourself. If you enjoy Apple TV breakdown, recaps, and review, that's exactly what I do on this channel, so consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now, let's start with what impressed me the most: the cinematography. Simply put, the movie is gorgeous. Every race feels fast, immersive, and cinematic, with some truly breathtaking shots throughout. From the onboard cameras to the sweeping aerial views, you can tell the filmmakers wanted to capture the excitement and the beauty of Formula One, and they absolutely succeeded. That authenticity comes from the production itself. Much of the movie was filmed during actual Grand Prix weekends, with the cooperation of the Formula One teams, making the racing feels as real as possible. It's no surprise the film received 4 Academy Awards nominations, ultimately winning for Best Sound. As for the story, it may not reinvent the sport movie formula. It follows a similar underdog story. A struggling team begins to improve, suffers setbacks, and builds toward one final showdown. But familiar doesn't mean boring. Thanks to strong pacing, engaging character, and exciting race sequences, the movie keeps you invested from beginning to the end. Finally, the soundtrack deserves some recognition. It perfectly complements the action and adds energy to the races and stepbacks when not needed. Honestly, I don't have many negatives to point out, but the biggest one is the movie plausibility. If you're a Formula One fan, you'll probably notice that several race scenarios stretch credibility. The film often prioritizes drama over realism, and at times it goes a little bit too far. For example, it's hard to believe a driver could intentionally trigger multiple safety cars over the course of a race without facing serious penalties from the race stewards. My other minor complaint is Peter Benning, one of the Apex major shareholders and main antagonist. It might be a mix of how he was written and played, but I just found him annoying. Thankfully, he doesn't take up much screen time, so it never really becomes a major distraction. Beyond Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem, the cast may not be filled with household names, but the performances are consistently strong across the board. Now, here are my 3 stars. In third place, Sarah Niles as Bernadette Pierce. The second star to Abdul Salis as Dodge. And the first star, obviously, Brad Pitt as Sonny Hayes. F1 the movie is easily Apple's most successful film to date, and in my opinion, it deserves all the praise it has received. Even if you're not an F1 fan, there's a good chance you'll still enjoy this movie. Between the spectacular racing sequences, strong performances, and entertaining story, there's something here for just about everyone. Did F1 the movie live up to the hype for you? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more Apple TV content. Until next time, ciao.